Hello, geometry enthusiasts. Stop thinking of the dot product as a formula, see it as a shadow. Imagine a flashlight casting an arrow's shadow onto the floor. In math, we represent these as two vectors in space. But here's the part most explanations skip. How does a shadow represent multiplication? We measure the shadow's length and scale it by the other vector's length. This combined value is the dot product. Next, we trace its historical origin. In the late 1800s, mathematicians struggled with complex four-dimensional quaternions. Think of quaternions as an over-engineered multi-tool containing rotational and scaling functions. Physicists Josiah Willard Gibbs and Oliver Heaviside found this far too complicated. Now here's where it gets interesting. They literally chopped this tool in half. They discarded rotational parts and isolated the pure directional scaling part. This simplified scalar piece became the dot product. Now, let us look at its clean geometric mechanics. Let us place two vectors in our two-dimensional space. Like our flashlight casting a shadow, we project one vector onto another. We align vector A horizontally to establish a baseline. Pause for a second. If vector B points elsewhere, how do we find its shadow? We drop a perpendicular line from its tip straight down. This drop creates a right triangle, mapping B onto A. This mapped segment is the projection. Watch closely as we animate a dashed perpendicular line falling from vector B. This line acts like a beam of light hitting at 90 degrees. Where this line meets vector A defines the projection's boundary. Most explanations stop here. We are not going to, because we must scale it. We label this length as B times the cosine of the angle. Multiplying this length by A's magnitude yields the dot product. This scales the shadow, combining both vector strengths. Now let us rotate vector B slowly until it stands perpendicular. As the angle widens, watch the flashlight shadow shrink. At exactly 90 degrees, the drop line falls on the origin. This is the part that changes how you think about perpendicular vectors. The projected length collapses to zero, leaving no shadow whatsoever. Since the projection is zero, the dot product itself becomes zero. This proves the vectors are completely orthogonal. Let us sweep vector B from 0 to 180 degrees. Below, we display a horizontal number line to track the value. As the angle opens, the dot product rides along this line. There is a twist most people miss. What is a negative shadow? What if we had three dimensions? Comment your guess below. Beyond 90 degrees, the shadow projects backward, turning the value negative. The value is maximum negative at 180 degrees. This geometric concept is the secret behind enemy intelligence in stealth games. Imagine a game guard patrolling, represented by a forward-facing vector. We draw a second vector pointing from guard to player. You would expect complex equations. But the game does something simpler. It calculates the dot product between the guard's direction and the player. A positive dot product means the player is in front, triggering alarms. A negative value means the player is hidden in the blind spot. The same math powers recommendation algorithms on services like Spotify. Spotify represents your taste as a vector pointing through high-dimensional space. Every song on the platform is also represented as a vector. Here's a detail that rarely gets mentioned about these spaces. The algorithm calculates the dot product between your taste and songs. A high positive dot product reveals that the vectors align. This alignment of high-dimensional shadows predicts your next favorite track. Let us bring all these threads together to uncover the ultimate power. Remember our flashlight casting a shadow? It is not just a drawing. It is a universal measure of directional agreement across dimensions. Quick gut check. Would you have guessed a shadow connects games and music? Here's the terminal insight. The dot product bridges angles and similarity scores. Whether tracking players or matching songs, we measure vector agreement. By projecting vectors, we extract their shared directional strength. We have journeyed from quaternions to modern high-dimensional algorithms. We can now retire formulas and carry forward an intuitive model. When seeing a dot product, do not just see numbers multiplied. One more layer most people never get to. our next algebraic step. You now understand the dot product as the universe measuring directional agreement. Subscribe. Next, we explore how to compute the shadow algebraically. Let this shadow guide your intuition as we transition to equations.